Hello there guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks very much for joining, appreciate you being here. Today we'll be talking about quite a sensitive topic, that is pain, autism, and some little hacks around the carnivore diet that you might be able to add in. Just a little extras, little tidbits. We could always do with a few cues here and there. Hopefully you gain something from this video, and please hit a like. Also comment below any of your pain experiences related to this video. Thanks very much for joining. Anyway, so first things first, what do? I'm a carnivore bodybuilder living with autism in the UK, and I happen to live with something called CRPS Type 2 as a result of spinal fusion surgery I had about 3 years ago. Now, it's not the best condition in the world. There's something called the McGill pain scale, and effectively that means that I live in the highest amount of pain according to medical science, which is not ideal, guys. Not much fun. Now, I need a drink. It's quite a wordy one, this one. Gonna get all the proteins. Anyway, we'll begin. So what I'm able to do at the gym currently is build my body and live quite a fulfilling lifestyle in quite a few senses. I'm grateful for the Carnivore community for helping me allow that to happen. Anyway, so I'm just point of context here. I'm a national level disabled bodybuilder. This year I'm going to aim for the world finals, which will qualify me as the most elite carnivore bodybuilder in the world. I don't think there's many of us out there, even in the ketogenic space. But it's going to be done. I aim to pioneer this whole bloody thing and take it to the extreme and show you what can be achieved with a carnivore diet. Now, here is just a video clip of me in the gym. So what you'll see here is I'm doing a shoulder press. I'm chewing a lot of gum. I chew a lot of gum. It's a bit of a pain hack for me, by the way. That's little tip number one, I guess. But all you'll see here is I'm using a slow burn technique. So slow concentric, slow eccentric, which is pushing and pulling effectively. I'm also not looking out fully. So I'm trying to keep the resistance on my shoulders, but not the elbows. And I'm also adding in a slight pause at each end. That way I can control movement. There's no rushes. There's no kinetic strength, It's based on pure brute strength with something like 120 kilos, I believe in this. Now what I'm doing here is actually a rest pause set, or actually you could say a triple drop set. So I lift it until I can no longer lift it safely for a full rep again. Then I lower the weight, then lower the weight again. That's effectively all it is. But the principle remains that it's a safe method of training that allows me to continue to develop muscle and keep what muscle I do have on at this point in time. And my legs are still pretty big, considering all my pain is in my glutes, my hips, my lower back, and it is excruciating all the time. But I'm still able to train, and this is one of the ways I'm able to do it. Now, usually you might benefit from having like a drop set with a training partner. Unfortunately, I don't have that at this point in time. I do go to the gym with someone, which I'm very grateful for, but with different training styles, all that sort of stuff. So it's all quite unique to us. But effectively, that's what my training is like. Same with all movements, near enough. Maybe 5 to 10 seconds up, 5 to 10 seconds down. If something feels a bit irritated, if muscle groups give me a bit of ag, then yeah, I'll pause it, slow down the reps, hold it at the bottom, just try and get more out of the least effective potential capital damage, you might say. So then I just go on to do another drop set there. Now, the other little hack I do, this is quite surprising, but I might blush doing this, but yeah. So here's Joe from Joe's Sleep and Slim Down Journey. I've been told that she doesn't like this photo, but it's the only one where I don't look like 60 years old. But she often looks considerably younger than what she is. So I don't have those genes. Also, she saying something like black don't crack, or something like, as in wrinkles, like people with a darker skin tone don't have wrinkles, which seems to be quite true. So yeah, anyway, there we go. So it's important to have a companion, a friend, someone close to you, someone that can ground you, someone that gives you something to look forward to. Because when you live with chronic pain, these four walls, guys, can feel totally, utterly shit. So yeah, some other things as well. So in the background, you'll see I've got a red light. I use red light a lot, so that's red light therapy panel I've got just over there where my bed is. So oftentimes in the night, I'm a bit sore, my stomach's sore, my back's sore. What I do is actually lie on it with the affected areas firmly against the actual mat, now help reduce inflammation, increase the amount of good recovery proteins into the area effectively. So that's another little hack I'll do. So that's 3 hacks. We've got 1, the training; 2, lifestyle, companionship, friendship, a good relationship that you can maintain, something like that. Then the 3rd thing, of course, is red light therapy. I can't show you here, but I would recommend as well is something called a sauna. There's a lot of science in it if you're well read with the Swedish studies and things like that, and different studies from the Scandinavian region of the world. And yeah, it does provide a lot of benefit. Increases blood flow to the periphery of the body, so therefore you've got less symptoms of neuropathy and pain, nerve pain specifically. So that's another little hack I highly recommend. So if you can get yourself in a pool, even, you know, a nice cool pool, that can reduce a lot of pain, reduce a lot of the shearing force in your joints as a result of day-to-day rigors of life. And yeah, so that's effectively 4 hacks we've got there. We've got the training, companionship, red light, the sauna, and even the pool. So those have been probably my useful hacks for dealing with pain on the carnivore diet. Now, I've also been using a carnivore diet now for just over 6 years. I mean, 6 proper years, guys, not 4 years keto, then 2 years carnivore, then just framing it as the same thing. As in, I've aimed for or achieved a carnivore diet for 6 full years. And I found tremendous benefit from it in terms of alleviating some levels of brain fog, fatigue, chronic pain. But honestly, it doesn't fix everything. And that's something I want to be quite honest and upfront about. You won't hear me say things like, you know, eat meat and fat to satiety and you'll get all the benefits you need and your health will be the best it'll ever be. I largely don't agree with that. And it's not that I don't understand it in principle. Yes, I'm very well read in the nutrient availability and all that sort of stuff. But what I mean is you can do a 100% carnivore diet or 99% like me. And yeah, another sip, guys. It's actually Pepsi Max. Don't tell anyone. Don't tell Sean Baker because he'll beat me up. He's a big bloke. Excellent. That's refreshing. But yeah, you can kind of see here. So I'm saying is a carnivore diet will get you to whatever level it'll get you to. Now, assuming the only negative intervention in your life has been through diet. So it's taking you 20 years to get diet-related illness, diabetes, inflammation disorders, heart disease, all this sort of stuff, you know. Yeah, if you take all the bad stuff out that's contributed to that, yeah, you'll get a benefit. You'll find over time that there's certainly some useful merit to it. But there's always more to it. So that's what I'd actually recommend looking at my carnivore coaching programs. So this is where someone with a specialist style, once worked with 100 people, can come in and say, this is what you're doing now. This is where you might be going wrong. And honestly, I see people in the YouTube comment sections and chats of different videos, and they seem to know it all, but they don't apply it. Maybe they need that sense of accountability, you know. So there's always a bit more to be gained. Effectively, what my position is as Carnivore Muscle, the body composition coach and health expert, supposedly, for what it's worth, is that I've worked with so many people that I've seen so many bottlenecks in so many people's programs, protocols, stacks. There's a lot you can benefit just from a few things here and there. It might be that you need something like a supplement just in the interim, just to get you slight benefit, so you perhaps sleep better, perhaps your liver's in a better state. So it'd be ignorant to say that these things don't help. I appreciate, obviously, it's a multi-billion-dollar industry with supplements and things like that, and additional peptides and God knows what else. But these things do work, and people do take them for a reason. Do they change the game for some people? Sometimes. Largely speaking, from my scope, my position, my lens, I'd certainly say that carnivore diet trumps all in that regard. But say you're doing the carnivore diet, you're strict, you're adherent, a few months down the line, even years down the line, and something's missing, get in touch, be able to help you with that for sure. Now, enough of the sort of shameless advertisement. Got to back up now. So who I am, I'm a registered proper human nutritionist. So that's what I specialize in. So I work with real people just like yourself watching this video to help improve their body composition and health outcomes through grounded, based, and sensible approaches. I found a lot of value actually from actually speaking to people in person. So if you're not too sure, definitely book in for a consultation, which you'll find in the link below, which is carnivore-muscle.com. Now, if you want some physical representation, well, this is me in the gym the other day, a bit bloated, funny enough, and holding a lot of water and inflammation. So this is the context of a carnivore bodybuilder. So it's not, I'm not saying people that are watching this and they're thinking, oh, you're in great shape, therefore you're doing it wrong. No, I'm saying me relative to what my standards are, I'm not quite there yet, but what I'm doing is competing in a bodybuilding show down the line in perhaps 2.5, 3 months' time. But this is my physique as of current. As you can see here, I'm getting there, I'm getting along the way, quite bloated, but definitely more defined than last year. I've been applying for quite a few useful tricks and interventions that you might have not otherwise heard of. And pretty much you name it, I've tried it. I know what exists out there and what doesn't. But I will be creating a video at some point which addresses some of, maybe in different sections, of a video which talks about recovery methods and how I get around living with CRPS Type 2, autism, and different sort of diseases or health issues, I guess you could say, like chronic fatigue syndrome, and how I'm able to achieve what I've achieved so far. And there's still more work to be done, of course, but definitely come from a background of personal experience. You're not speaking to someone here who's woken up like this. Yeah, hopefully that's useful to you guys. If you want to check my videos out, feel free. I've got plenty of playlists. I've got playlists on autism, playlists on health, nutrition tracking, exercises if you want to learn how to exercise, the best practices to do it safely. Safety is really it is my primary goal in the gym. So I certainly advocate for that. And I wouldn't say I'm conservative with my methods. I believe in training really hard, but also as safely as possible. Obviously, that's coupled with the recovery hacks and the other things I've just mentioned in this video. So if you like this video, please hit like, leave a comment below. Tell me your experiences with carnivore diet. How's it reduce your pain? Is your autism symptoms less? Is your chronic fatigue improved? I'd be keen to know. And certainly get in touch with me for a consultation and book in for coaching programs if you need them. And if you don't need that, I'd highly suggest you to check out my ebooks, particularly two. One of them are the Beef Up Carnivore Bible, and the other one is Carnivore Optimized. So both of those are something like £3, £4, £5, like, I don't know, $4 to $6, $7. So they're very affordable. And I promise you'll get much more out of those little books, little ebooks online, digital copies, than you would for pretty much most carnivore books out there online. And it certainly goes into a lot of detail from personal first-hand experience. Take care, guys. Have a good day, and I'll catch up with you soon. Cheers.
Build muscle and lose fat on the carnivore diet.